Hello, and welcome to the first live Behind the Forge. Please let us know if you can actually hear us and that the sound is okay, music is okay.
Hello! I'm also here. Our stream setup is over there, so I have to stand over there.
Just a couple of minutes late, so not too bad.
You can hear us.
Nice.
That is
okay.
nice. That is always a bonus for live streams.
Yes.
Like, you can actually hear us.
All right.
We have neglected our duties.
I'm sorry. 3 videos today to talk about.
Yeah.
Yes, it's just been a lot, honestly.
Someone says the music is too loud. That is very good feedback.
Awesome.
Should I reduce the music sound?
Yes.
Say yes or say no.
Music loud, music not loud.
Okay, then we will reduce the music sound.
Music shall be reduced by the power of reduction. Music loud, okay, everyone agrees. Reduce it by a little bit, yes? Okay, better now, maybe, hopefully. See, we can't hear this, so you just have to let us know. All right.
Okay.
Nervous, huh? Don't point at me like this.
So, yeah, we're gonna talk about, I think we're gonna just do as we do in the videos. Respond to questions.
Yes. Question time.
In this case, I'll be you, and you'll be...
Me?
Yourself. I'll be them.
Okay, fair enough.
You can also ask questions in the chat, and we will try to answer it. We are gonna begin with the dark Gothic fantasy city.
Oh my god, that, as always, always ends up taking way too much time. Like,
but it was a really, like, it was a hard project to capture the size of.
Yes.
Because it's so huge in real life, and on the video it's like, it looks big, but it doesn't look that big. But
it's stupid huge.
Yeah.
Like, even in the thumbnail, I think we couldn't really convey how big it was, because like when I'm standing next to it, it's almost my height. It's stupid big.
So yeah, did you have any thoughts to share on that project in particular?
In particular, I think it was super fun to revisit like the whole smoke machine stuff. That's, I feel, something we wanted to include since we did it the first time.
Yeah, we did it back on the first large-scale fantasy diorama that we built, and I think that version was actually pretty good to be the first one.
Yeah, honestly, it worked pretty well, but we've just neglected the idea because it's a bit of work. Yes. Questions?
So, let's answer some questions. We are answering now Demara Morrow, who asks, is there a way, if you wanted to make the big round windows in the castle into like mock stained glass windows, like old rose windows in cathedrals, or domes in like bronze? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I think we even considered it when we were making it, because we found some models that could be 3D printed in like translucent resin.
Yeah.
And then you could just like paint on top of it. Or you could just do like the paper cutouts that we did and then fill it with UV resin.
We even made one of those in the 100-hour diorama tavern thing.
That's right. Yeah, we did.
So that's definitely possible. It's a really cool thing to do as well, because it adds a lot of like, it just looks beautiful and it looks really cool. Almost looks like candy, forbidden candy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you can answer the chat question.
How difficult was it to work on something as tall as you? I mean, in a way, it's almost easier. Like, I remember when we worked on the giant tower we did a while back, it was almost easier because I could just like set it on the floor and then I can just walk around the whole thing. Sometimes it's like when it's this tallish, it's like it has to stand on the table, else I have to like bend down over it, or I have to like reach up and I have to stand on like a couple of stairs. Either have it super big is easy, or just small enough that I can reach over it, if that makes sense.
So we have questions about the texture rollers from Archon Blue. Having given into the lore of texture rollers, do you have thoughts on how well they worked on this project? Any tips for making the best of them? And 3, a brand or favorite pattern or roller?
Right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
Go
you can share your initial thoughts on that question. I also have a few thoughts.
Yeah, I think my initial feeling of it was that it was kind of hard to use, right? Like to get it straight, because you have to have something to align it with, and it was just hard to get the pressure right, because on one end it got super deep, on the other end you can barely no impression at all. So getting it even was.
Yeah, my problem was the alignment issue.
Yeah.
Like, you have a texture roller, you go roll, and then it's like mowing the lawn basically, but you can have no overlap. So like, if you just miss a little bit, then it will be more dented on the one side and it doesn't look good. Or if you miss the other way around, you will have no texture in the middle. And yeah, but it was fast.
Yeah, it was definitely very fast.
We are no. Since the first time we did it, we don't want to recommend anything. We don't have experience with different products. I have some thoughts that I don't think they are made for use with foam.
Yeah.
Like, they are made for use with clay.
Yeah.
Which is a lot easier, obviously, to make an impression of. So it would be cool to have like some foam-specific texture rollers. That made me think, like, is it possible to make something?
Interesting.
Yeah,
should we do? I see a question in the chat.
Yes.
What's your favorite lights to use in miniature scenes? Do you always custom make your own? Oh, miniature lights. There are so many good ones. I think my favorite ones are the itsy bitty super tiny ones that are so freaking small that we used on the Cyberpunk diorama.
Yeah, they are great. They are used in like train hobbies, I think, usually. Yeah. So you can get them on like miniature or scale modeling stores, or we buy them on AliExpress or eBay.
Yeah, usually almost everything on AliExpress, honestly.
Yeah, I used to always make custom lights with like the code and everything. We don't usually do that anymore because like most requirements are met by off-the-shelf products. So we have these flickering LEDs that we made on this diorama, the Gothic City diorama. We put those flickering LEDs just into all the windows.
Yeah.
So easy.
Super easy. Yeah. It's not necessary to know anything about like coding Arduino anything anymore, at least. I feel like now...
Not for these kind of very, like, if you just want the baseline, the basics.
Yeah. I guess more specifically like for the Diagon Alley diorama where you have like special effects in all the different windows with like colors and whatnot, then it's nice, but like you can go a long way without knowing anything.
Let's take a question from the... Love the 3D printed door and rose window. This is from Mark Bauman. Love the 3D printed door and rose window. Is the dome from St. Paul's Cathedral, London, or St. Peter's Basilica in Rome? And do you think the camera and rendering software would be up to doing... Oh, sorry. Do you think the camera and rendering software would be up to doing people? So you could have a mini Martina and a mini Hansi on the model. Oh, he's talking about the photogrammetry, where I go around the object and we get a 3D model out of it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, 2 questions. For the domes?
Yeah, they might be. I just remember I found them on Thingiverse. I've linked them in the original video as well. They were from like actual real life buildings. I don't remember exactly which ones, but they definitely exist, and I know some people have recognized it. But I was just like, it fits in. Like,
I think one of them is the Pantheon in the US.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
That was an easy one.
If it's familiar.
For doing 3D like models of people, that's entirely possible. They just have to be very still. And it's a bit more difficult, of course, but it's possible. I haven't tried it though, so maybe for the future. It's great to have a 3D model of yourself if you're gonna make cosplays, because then you can actually model yourself. You can model the parts onto yourself, which is nice, because then you don't have to measure. Like, who likes to measure?
So boring.
Universe Meet Miranda. So excited for these new hoodies. It looks amazing.
Thank you
they
very
are
much.
amazing. Do you want to see the... Can you see?
Matching pants, baby!
I don't know if you can see me here.
Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Yes, thank you, first of all. I'm super excited about them as well. Very Norwegian. They're so comfy, man. They will be available at the end of this month.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe we will try to get an early Patreon link access with a discount. I'll talk to Juniper about it, because I think they're gonna sell out, honestly. The interest has been so high.
It's been overwhelming. Like, I did not expect when I wore it in the video that people would, well, first of all, even notice it. But there's been so many comments about it, which makes my heart all fuzzy and nice. So thank you.
Let's take another question from the chat.
Yes.
Or a comment.
Yes, with the Gothic Fantasy City, you really mess with my sense of scale when you put it.
I think this is Anisai in the Discord.
Oh, right. When you put it beside the huge tome you made, suddenly it looks really small. Yeah, the huge tome messes with every scale. Yeah. I feel like it just doesn't make sense.
It's huge. Everyone knows it's huge, and then they come here and see it in real life, and they're like, I didn't expect it to be this huge. Like, you can nearly not carry it. That's how big it is.
It's super clunky. And from Dazer, I've seen a few people have the opinion that 3D printing features is cheating and doesn't require as much finesse compared to built by hand. Thoughts on this? I mean,
yeah, you can think first.
I can think first. Well, in my opinion, it's like 3D printing mainly saves time in a lot of cases, especially when it comes to like miniature houses and things like that. I feel like anyone, if you just spend the time on it, you can get really great results with things like foam and cardboard and all these things to build like miniature houses, items.
I mean, it's not any more cheating than it is to buy a prefab of a kit. Because when you buy like a kit, you can only buy what is off the shelf. Once you go to the store, you're limited to that. So if everyone buys the same things, then you'll end up with similar looking things. Same with 3D printing. Most people don't know how to use the tool appropriately. So you just have to buy what's available on the internet, and then you end up with kind of similar things that other people have built. If you want something super custom, you have to model it yourself. Yeah. And this is not cheating. That's such an artistic thing. So I don't think it's cheating. It's just a substitution and a faster way of gaining access to prefabricated things that people have used in scale modeling for forever. So yeah,
I agree.
I think that was it for the Gothic City in terms of questions.
Nice.
Okay, there's one more.
Okay.
Sarah B, I've always wondered, how do you deal with the squeaking from cutting all the foam? Is there a technique to get it to not squeak?
No.
It's like nails on chalkboard to me. I can't imagine working with the foam as much as you do, but it's obvious a great resource. It's always looking amazing.
Best technique, headphones. Just listen to something that shuts everything out. That's my best tip.
That is
honestly
a good tip.
Can I just like scroll down on the
I'm not bothered by the squeakiness. There's other things that bothers me a lot more.
The stickiness, the static is what bothers me. Like the way it just sticks to every crevice of your body is the worst part for me. Like when we do our biggest foam projects, especially like making the studio here, I remember finding like little bits of XPS foam in my bed.
Oh, such a joy. Who doesn't want that?
For days after. Oh my god.
I have to say, this is the highest quality video and audio I've seen in a YouTube live.
Aww,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's our first live stream.
Not
Amazing
bad.
feedback. Maybe we should just quit YouTube and be streamers instead. Think about that. Going to dye my hair pink and cosplay as Martina.
Please do. And if you do send me a photo, I would love to see that.
That is meta. You should cosplay Martina in her dark armor. That is Inception.
Whoa.
Have you guys experimented with polymer clays for your models?
Yes. We have used it.
Have we though?
I mean, we've used it for a couple of things, like individual ones. I remember especially the Shelforama, the good old Shelforama. We made a couple of polymer clay things. Some of the night lamp thing we made. I think what we mostly used polymer clay for is the translucent one, because you can bake lights into them. Yeah,
it's really cool for diffusing LED lights and integrated LED lights into the build. Yeah, we have used it a little bit. I feel like we always use it for something, just here and there.
Yeah.
But not very like directed and making the pretty models that takes literally hours.
Yeah. I don't think it's, at least in my opinion, probably because I'm not very good with it, it's not so easy to get like fine detail with it. I think from the clays I've tried, epoxy sculpt was way easier to get like the fine detail.
As an epoxy?
Yeah. To get like details and textures and stuff, while polymer clay I find it easier to just use for like large shapes, if that makes sense.
Okay, so we are finished with going over the questions for the Gothic Fantasy City.
All right then.
It might be displayed if you're Norwegian. Probably not many Norwegians here right now, but if there are, Skaperfestivalen is in 1.5 week in Oslo. Might be displayed there. They are bringing some of our stuff in there.
Yeah, so if you want to see it with your own eyes, it may or may not be there.
Good tip. Okay, so a question for Unicorn. What happened to the PC you were donating with Linus Tech Tips? Was it given away?
It was a charity auction at the LTX convention.
It was auctioned away.
Yes.
For charity.
For charity.
We don't know what it went for, but it was auctioned away.
Yes. And just a final little comment to that. I just remember seeing a couple of comments on our video that we seemed disappointed that Linus suggested to auction it away. But I think that was just the best solution overall. I'm super, super happy that that's where it ended up. Honestly.
Yep, it was the best solution.
Yeah.
We did not want to bring that back home, and they have plenty of computers. Like they don't need it, so auction it away. It's the best option.
And I hope the person who has it now is happy with it. Hopefully.
Hope they have super glue in case one of the models break.
Super glue fixes everything. Don't worry about it.
Dark Lord armor. This is the next question.
Oh my god.
I mean the next video.
Oh, I still have like moments before I'm going to sleep where I remember just moments, like flashes of that day. It was so awkward.
I still maintain that I had the worst role. Because you had the mask on.
True.
But I had to stand there in people's face just looking at them with the camera. Just, this is not awkward at all.
Well, for a couple of them you could like hide behind
that was
trees,
a good one.
like, oh my god.
That was the good ones. When you did the history fact, my god, I nearly died.
That was the worst one. Oh, I think, well, the clip was even way longer than what you see in the video. I was just like pacing back and forth for forever.
Like 10 minutes.
Oh, it was so bad. Oh.
You tried to engage in the conversation with someone and just, no, not that one. Okay, maybe you.
Oh, no. Can we stop talking about questions, please?
Oh, that's funny. Okay, let's get to some questions if there are any here.
Why did you even do that to yourself? I mean, it's nice to get out of the comfort zone every now and then, but now I'm gonna stay in it for a while, I think. I suffered with you while watching. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Swathi Rangarajan, he asks, how did you come up with the idea for this project? Also, did you consider 3D printing for the helmet?
Yeah, we did talk about 3D printing. The thing, I think we ultimately decided not to do it because it would take forever to print.
Yeah. We would be upfront or have planned the helmet beforehand, whereas Martina more, what do you say, like intuitively designed the helmet as we went along.
Yeah.
3D printing requires probably a 3D scan of her head and then some modeling. So something we want to do in the future.
Yeah.
Something we should do more of in the future is using 3D modeling for like cosplay stuff. That is cool.
Yes. Then you can get so many intricate details.
And how did we come up with the idea for this project? I don't know, like juxtapositions are cool. So we knew we wanted to make a Dark Lord cosplay.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, how do we make this a good video? And it's like, okay, what if we have a really socially awkward Dark Lord? And then the video appeared. Okay, more. Is there any questions? from chat?
Chaotically was the word you were searching. Yes.
I suffered with you while watching. Hey, let me tell you, our editor, he had to take breaks. Like you saw the edit when the edit is actually fine, but imagine it's like 15 minutes just. There's no background music, it's just silent, and we're just walking up to people like, hello, can I do a dance with you? And it's like, it's so awkward. So he had to take several breaks, and it took him a long time to edit it, and he's still like battle scarred from that.
I'm sorry, Lasse. Apologies. Do you ever get recognized locally? Sometimes, usually in the hobby stores. It's usually the people working at the hobby stores that recognize us.
Yeah, it does happen almost at the most random times.
Yeah,
it's like climbing on top of a mountain with some friends, not for a video. Yeah. It's like some people are out there, but hey, it's a Nerforge.
Like, yes, hello.
It's always strange.
Yeah.
When we travel, we expect it, but at home we don't really expect it.
No, we don't have that big of a Norwegian audience, so it's always taking me aback. Like, oh my God, hello.
But with the car, we're coming to the car, but with the car we have gotten some messages of people just seeing it while we've been driving it.
Oh, it's so cool.
All right. Are there more questions for this?
Yes.
You can read the chat.
Yeah.
I can read here.
Can we get a video with takeouts from that day? Is it that day? Yes, I think so. It's just obscured by a little emoji. Yeah, if that is something you want, let us know in the chat. Takeouts from... I mean... please let me know, but also it kind of hurts me to like publish an edited thing. But I guess you can experience the trauma with me.
Okay, so there's a couple of questions about the proposal. So let's do those.
Yes.
One question from Mark Baumann is if we will be designing our own wedding rings when the time comes.
I haven't actually thought about that, honestly.
I
don't know. I kind of like in
my head the hard part is done, so I haven't really thought about the next step.
Yeah. We haven't really started thinking about that part yet. But I think probably contrary to popular belief, I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to like jewelry design and stuff. So I think I would just go like plain silver.
That's good for me. Makes it easy.
Sure.
And someone would like to know how the proposition was made.
The proposition.
The proposition.
Well, it happened when we went to San Francisco in the summer. We were going to Open Sauce, this event there. You've probably maybe heard of it. So the first day we arrived, we got to a really nice hotel, went out to a super nice restaurant to eat dinner, and you proposed to me. Right?
Yeah.
At the table. It was very sweet.
And then literally 10 seconds later, the old couple behind us, they were like, "You proposed?"
I'm like crying.
And the next 10 minutes, they were just chatting about us, about their proposal. I'm like, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Can we just have this moment, please?
But they were very nice.
They were, yeah.
Yeah. So that was it.
Congratulations, thank you.
Greetings from Holmestrand. Greetings from Lier.
Hey, not bad. I am from Stokke, the little shithole next to it.
Wow, don't speak so nicely of it. Willenrow Arts, who are some of your favorite craft or maker YouTubers?
Oh.
Do you want a list?
Yeah,
there are so many good ones.
Oh God.
Like top 10? No, can't do that. Top 5. We have some reference to them here in the
I just gotta start somewhere. Studson Studio, just the amount of work he puts into his models is insane, and he's also just super funny at the same time. Also north of the border, like same.
Oh, what am I doing?
Oh God.
What am I doing?
Oh no.
Okay. Oh, this book section is.
I don't think.
What have I done?
No. Okay. Fine.
I don't know if they can actually read this.
Okay, we can read. No, I don't think you can actually read it from there.
No, but it's autofocus. Wait. I will do this. No matter the cost, I will do this. Okay, so we're just doing this.
Oh, Jesus. Immersion ruined. Apologies. Yes.
Okay, so these are not actual names of channel. They are just
meme names.
Like, more like Easter eggs or references, but the people who have seen the channels should know.
You're gonna drop it again.
No.
Yes.
I am the master.
Oh, this is stressing me out. Oh.
Can you read?
I don't know.
I have to wait for the camera to appear.
So you're just gonna hold it for the entire time when...
They cannot read! Oh no!
Oh no!
Disaster! Yeah. Okay, down, tilted down a bit. Oh.
I'm gonna try to... No, can't read. Okay. Is it
you will read
you
this!
Shall read. No.
Oh, God damn it, okay.
He became Linus and dropped it. Just as the comment appeared on the screen.
Oh, shit.
Okay,
so... what was the question? What are we talking about?
Other YouTubers.
Oh, right.
That we enjoy watching.
Okay, so these are some... So we have Boily Hobby Time. I Did a Thing. He's a really cool one.
Yes.
Narb makes. Jazza, of course.
Yes.
Very close to the border. It's one we wrote up.
Also north of the border.
Yeah. Any more here? Sensei Studson. Stuff made here. Oh my god, he's a genius. I love him. Also, his wife is really cool.
Yeah, there's, I mean, lots of other ones too, but I keep almost stepping on Nori's face because his face is like right between us.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, Bobby Duke as well, yes, definitely. Oh, hello, you little nugget. Hello, say hello to Nori. Oh, he's so tired.
Okay.
He's like, what? What's going on? Oh, yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, a lot of YouTubers we watch making stuff. Most of them, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, no more questions about the Dark Lord armor.
Oh, okay.
So I think people were just stunned at how awkward it was.
It just overruled everything else.
Yeah, I think so. Okay. So we can move on. Let's look at some of the comments that appeared while we were doing this book thing.
Let's see. What are the next crafts you'd like to try? Like stained glass or welding or welding or other? Oh, there's too many. I mean, I would like, in theory, to do metalworking because it's so convenient, or like it's such a handicraft to know. But I hate like, the process scares me. Rather.
And another thing about doing new things, which we love doing new things. Obviously, you've seen us do new things all the time. But also, it accumulates a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like to acquire some new tools that are very specific.
Yeah.
Suddenly you have a shelf that's just dedicated to that. But then when is the next time it's gonna be used? I don't know. So it's that's the thing. We want to do things that we want to learn new things that we will be doing more frequently.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. What would your dream collaboration be? Oh, difficult question. It would be. We've talked about this before. It would be very cool to make like a diorama of some sort, and or something like that, and try to do like a collaboration with Corridor Crew.
That would be really cool.
And like recreate a movie scene.
We built something from a movie, and they tried to make it look really realistic, or try to recreate a scene.
That'd be so cool. That's up there. And I mean, there's lots of other creators we'd love to collaborate with. I think the difficult thing is just finding the project that complements each creator's strength and like combines them in a nice way, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. I'm gonna sneak. I'm gonna take a sneaky
A sneaky little clip.
of Nori.
I was kind of wondering if you started leatherworking by watching Prince Armory. Actually, we found out about Prince Armory after we started leatherworking. A while after. Oh, is it a little tired boy? So sweet.
Don't unplug the cable.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Prince Armory before, definitely check them out. They make incredible leather fantasy armor. Alrighty.
Okay, so
Is that really everything about Dark Lord armor?
I think so.
Alright then.
It doesn't seem to be too much.
How did you transport the big castle you made that was bigger than you? Oh, the tower?
It's still not sent anywhere.
Yes. I mean, we still have it in the warehouse. We built like a shipping box for it, like a big plywood thing with the foam supports on the inside. So we have it ready. It's just things take time.
Yeah, and they need to just order the pickup and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So it's been ready for almost half a year. Okay, we are moving on to the pink anime car.
Yes. Oh, this has to be one of my favorite projects we've ever done. I mean, despite the chaotic journey to get to the end. I mean, there was even more situations along the way that were just problems we had to like jump because it was too much. Like dripping with the paint the first couple of days. We had to sand it down again, paint it anew. Oh, it was a lot. But final result, definitely so cool.
The best part was definitely just giving it to them, I think.
Yeah.
And they expected absolutely nothing. And I think Sebastian, I don't think he actually believed that he was getting the car.
No.
Until the camera was turned off and we told him, dude, this is not just a joke.
Yeah, this is not just for a video. Like you're keeping the car.
One thing I want to clear up is that some people thought we bought a new car, which we didn't.
Yeah.
It was a second-hand car. It's gone like 80,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
So it's already a used car. So it's not the most expensive thing in the world.
No. Definitely.
So, do people have questions for this?
What paint? Yeah, I can do a question from the chat. What paint did you use for the car? Is it special car paint or something else? It is airbrush paint meant for automotive uses. So it's called Createx Auto Air, I think.
It's called, yeah, I think so.
Createx?
At least Createx.
Createx, yes. So it's gonna it's made to hold up in UV light and all that jazz. Yes. So don't worry about it. I saw quite a couple of comments like, oh, can you use normal paint for this, blah, blah. The main problem with just using normal paint, I believe, is the UV resistance.
Yeah, there's a lot, if you want to go into technicalities.
Yeah.
UV resistance is one thing, so the color fades after a while. Another thing is heat resistance, because the car gets really, really warm in the summer.
Yeah.
So it has to be able to endure the heat. And then there's like resistance to at least compatibility with a clear coat, so that the clear coat will stick and not crackle.
Also the thickness of the paint.
Yeah.
It's much thinner, so it actually lays flat on the car and doesn't create so much texture.
And it's also flexible, so that when the car kind of expands and contracts during the summer and winter times, the paint doesn't crack. So yeah, that's the reason for using automotive paint. Yeah,
but I'm really glad we went with an actual professional clear coat though. Like we did buy clear coat ourselves. We were planning to do it ourselves originally. We only did it for the dashboard and the mirror covers, which went fine. It wasn't really a problem. Fairly easy to do, but I think just doing it professionally on the whole car, I think it's going to hold up better over time. It's a more even finish.
Like the really difficult part about clear coat is that you need to have a very, very stable temperature, but you need a lot of ventilation as well. Yeah. So you have this, they're kind of fighting each other. And when we are working outside, we have to have a lot of ventilation. But then we're in Norway at fall and it's not 20 degrees outside, which is the ideal 20 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
Which means the paint wouldn't cure and everything. And we just found that instead of buying a lot of equipment and making it unnecessarily complicated, some guy in Drammen has been doing this for like 20 years.
Yeah.
He can do it in an afternoon instead, so we let him do that.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think it cost us less as well.
It cost like $200 or something, 300.
Yeah. Very cheap. What does Sebastian think about the car now that he's got used to owning it?
He's getting it today.
Yes.
For reals. We had to take it back.
Yeah, we had to just fix a couple of like legal things and stuff.
And they don't have parking.
They don't, yeah.
Now we have to fix parking.
Yes. So he's getting it today. But honestly, I think like after the initial shock went away, I think it's kind of cool. Honestly, like kind of cringe, but kind of cool at the same time.
Yeah, I think so. Mixed feeling. I feel the same.
Yeah.
I drive it though. I love driving it. It's so small and so fun to drive.
It's super fun.
So
I kind of wanted to keep it myself. I'm not gonna, but it's a good car.
Mark Bauman asks, he would be interested to know what kind of radio unit I put in as an update. Okay, well that's a technical question. It's an X-Trans made for the Fiat 500.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. There wasn't too many questions in this this thing. I don't think too many people plan to recreate this project themselves.
No,
which
true,
does make
true.
sense.
I think the main question that was repeated was just what type of paint we used.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Okay.
All right.
Anything more to say about the car before we close the chapter on that?
I don't think so. No, it's leaving us today, forever. And I'm really looking forward to seeing my brother drive that to all the family events from now on.
I'm just looking forward to him driving himself somewhere. Like,
true.
what's the point of getting the license if you're just gonna not drive?
Yeah, true.
I guess he's environmentally friendly. I think.
That's good thinking. Yep. Tips for anyone planning to do the same thing to the car? I mean, I think the process is a fairly simple one. Like, sand down the surface first, not too harsh sandpaper. I think we used like 800 grit, just to get some adhesion.
Adhesion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then base coat mixed with 40-30 from the Createx series is like a.
Yeah, I don't think maybe necessarily we're the best one at giving the recipe for that.
Sure.
There's a lot of people on YouTube already doing this.
Yeah.
But I will say, if you're completely fresh like we were, do a bit more testing first.
Yeah.
Like try on different things.
Yeah.
And in the same environment as you'll be doing it on the car. Because we had some issues with drops and stuff, which we probably would have figured out if we had some more time to do testing.
Yeah, because the tests we did were inside in a slightly different temperature than outside. So the humidity and the temperature were not the same, which caused a lot of headaches. So just, testing, always a good thing, no matter what you do. Okay.
Okay.
I think that's all.
I think this is all. I wonder, what do you guys think about having, make sure you don't live in Norway.
Yes, that is the best tip.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
If your goal is to paint cars outside, very specific.
I'm not sure it's any better if you live in a country with like 34 degrees, because then it's just gonna boil.
Good point.
Do it in Norway when, no, I don't know.
But just don't do it.
Yeah, that's the best tip. Don't do it.
But yeah, let us know.
Live stream, is it good? Is it bad? Is it okay? Is it
better, worse than the cut down stuff? Let us know.
I feel it's more, for us it's more dynamic, because it's basically the same process for us when we are filming it. It's just, it gets cut down. Maybe it's a bit more interesting to you to watch without all our thinking.
Loading, misspeaking.
And to not maybe set ourselves up for failure, probably to do that, to disappoint you as well. I really want to try to do live streams that are not Beyond the Forge in the future.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure on what yet.
Yes.
But we do have it as a Patreon perk.
Yes.
Which means you should have a live stream more often than every second year.
Yeah.
And it's also so fun to interact with you in this way. More fun.
More fun.
Than
easier.
Chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
More personal.
Are the hoodies coming in 6XL? I don't think we have tried to ask Juniper about larger sizes, and they just struggle to source it. I think it's very dumb because I think it's only currently up to like 3XL, which leaves a lot of people not able to buy it. Yeah. It's frustrating. We're thinking about it. We're trying to work on it, but there's at the moment there's not too much we can do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yes. Hopefully, maybe in the future we'll keep trying. Live stream some gaming. Oh. That would be a good excuse to just spend some time at work playing video games. Oh no!
Oh no, sorry, we have to go work with this Starfield or Baldur's Gate.
Oh, by the way, Baldur's Gate, so good. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that, but great game. I could ramble for forever, so let's not start.
Research.
Yes. Okay then.
Okay then, we have to deliver the car.
Yes.
So that's it. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you guys. Hello.
And we will see you next Behind the Forge.
Yes. Probably in live stream version if you love it. Let us know. Okay, is this the point where I say farewell, friends?
Yes, it's gonna say stream starting, but it's actually stream stopping. But that's fine. You'll understand.
Technicalities.
Okay.
Farewell, friends! Bye.